Market update on the 10th. I couldn't make a video after the market closed, had some stuff going on, but thought I'd put one out today at the end for the aftermarket. Let's just go over the different possibilities for this. I know I said this is a B wave right here, and it's still a good possibility. And what I originally had said was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The only thing is, now that we've came all the way to 395, 409 would be the third wave. So we'd actually go higher than that. And so based on that, the 1.61 fib only being the third wave at 409, I actually think this is probably less likely. Because again, if you look at the B wave ended at 368, this ended at 348, and 20 points higher than this is 409. If this were to play out, we would get a third wave to 409. Let's just see how far it would go up. Oh, the fourth wave would pull back to so based on that first wave, we're looking at like 423 all the way to 428, and I don't think we're going that high. So I'm kind of actually, when I made the video earlier, I said 392. We went way higher than that, and it's still the first wave. So I think this is actually not very likely. So I'll leave it as a possibility, and that being the C wave. But I think it's going too high for it to be the main possibility. Another thing we can look at is, if this is the B wave over here, let's say the B wave's right here, then we are pretty close to 402, which would be the top of this parallel line. If we zoom in here on the lower time frames, what actually happened was, this is all right, 1, 2, 3, 4. We got an extended fifth wave. So we got, this is actually one of the fifth wave, so get rid of all these. 1, pull back 2, it looks like to me. And then we got third wave. It looks like we just ended, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly ended the fifth wave, or the third wave right here. Hit the 1.61 fib. So based on that, I wouldn't be surprised if we get 1, 2, 3 pullback to 393. And then we get one more move higher to 397, 398, probably 400. And honestly, if that happens, I would probably say that's the top, because our target was 409, but this impulsive wave has gone so crazy that I think we're probably going to hit 400 most likely. And I would say that's probably the top, because let's zoom out again. Again, 400, maybe 402, 403 is right at the top of the parallel line. And so I think that there is likely, I'll say this is a B wave right now. It doesn't really matter because it's a C wave either way. But I think that 402, 403, maybe the 1.23 fib right here at 400 also maybe go a little bit past it, is probably the target now. The 5-wave move doesn't make as much sense because it would take us all the way to 425. So that's kind of what I'm looking at now, and that would also make this end pretty quick. And I would imagine they'd probably hit 400 either tomorrow or we hit it on Monday. And then that would take us to, let's see, that would take us to the 14th. And then we probably would do something like this. It would be like A, B, C, and then we'd probably start the move down. And then maybe into OPEX, come back up here to like 397. And then after OPEX is over with, we get that third wave down. I don't know, that makes the most sense to me right now, I think, based on how far this impulsive wave has gone. So again, zooming in on the 5-minute time frame, it looks to me like we got a 4th wave and then a 5th wave higher. So I wouldn't be going short. I actually am guilty of that, but I don't really care because I bought my puts for January 20th, 395 puts. So I don't really care that much. I have 4 contracts, and I'll just add some more if we come up here to like 400. Because regardless, even if we don't go down to 300, we're going to retrace to at least like, probably in the next couple of days, we're probably going to retrace to at least like mid 380s, I would say. So yeah, that's pretty much the one I think makes the most sense, is just this being the C wave, and we're almost finished with it. And then we get a little bit of bouncing around going into OPEX. Let's look at the dollar now. And that just shows, like, you can look at the structure of the wave and just know by taking what the third wave would be and just seeing how far it goes. It doesn't really make sense for it to go to 425. It could, I guess, but that would be if we zoom out again on the daily time frame. We have this trend line from January. 425 would take us almost to the top of this, and we came way past the bottom of this by 15 points. So that's another thing we can look at. 15 points lower than this is 416. So I guess 416 could be possible, but we'll have to just see what happens tomorrow. At least we know this wave is almost finished. We're looking for 400 on that wave. The dollar doing exactly how we had it drawn up. Still looking for a little bit more downside to 106 to 107. So maybe it will pump to 409 still. I don't know. We'll have to see. The VIX. VIX 2352. Probably going to see it sitting around here if we go to 400, if we go to 410. And last thing to look at is yields. Yields at 3.81. Finished right at the bottom of this ABC move. I had it going a little bit lower, but it could end right here based on it hitting the very top or the bottom of this parallel line. So it's either going to go from here. It's most likely going to go higher from here. But it could go like this too. Maybe it will go like this. But I mean, I think the dollar is going to go higher, so I think yields have got to still go higher to get us down to 300. So that's pretty much it. Apple, last thing. Geez, Apple went to 147. Wow. So that was our target though, 145. And this is just another sign that we're getting close to the top. the fact that this is a ABC pattern and Apple has already retraced past the 50% retracement. It can go all the way potentially to 152. That's as far as it can go. So it's probably going to go to like 148, 152, and that will be the top. So that plays into the scenario where we just go to 400 and that's the top and we start moving down. That's the most likely right now based on everything. I guess the dollar could potentially just be ABC here. Let's look at the structure on the dollar. I don't know. It looks like a third wave to me. So I think the dollar probably has a little bit lower to go. And the only thing for Apple, the only thing possible that could make this stretched out longer is just a pullback here and then maybe a pullback all the way to here and then just come back up here again and then go down. So we'll see, but the Apple's already hit my target. So again, most likely scenario is 400 now. If we get to 410, I mean, I'm not going to be surprised, but I would say 400 C wave ending around here is the most likely scenario. So that's it. I just want to do another update. Couldn't do it earlier, but let me know what you think on the market. You make any money today? How'd you do? I know a lot of people got smoked, just being totally bearish. I hedge both ways, so that's why I made some money today. And I was in my video yesterday. Obviously, I was bullish, so I had a bullish bias on my portfolio as well. Anyway, that's it. I'll probably do an update midday tomorrow. So have a good night.